Everyone, why did you laugh?
You started laughing.
Right, he's laughing at Belaley's highlights. Welcome back to another podcast. Today we're with Adam and Mohammed again. Good to have you guys back. The World Cup qualifiers are not far away. Are you panicking yet? It's March. It's like Cameroon in Bleeder all over again.
Yeah, a bit shaky now.
Yeah, you know what I mean? A little bit away. But let's see. We're going to talk about who we think should be called up, because these are two really big games. You've got to get it right. You've got to get the personnel right. You've got to get the formation, the team, the starting 11 right. So we're sort of going to go from goalkeeper to defence to midfield to forwards of who should be, not necessarily the starting lineup, but in and around the squad and then in the lineup, and see just how hard Vladimir Petkovic's job is. So starting with who should be in the squad, this position's usually been quite clear, but at the moment, I mean, we used, I think, 3 different goalkeepers in the qualifiers. So, Adam, Andrea, Okija, or Genduz? Who's the number one for you? Who would you start in Botswana?
Who would I start in Botswana? Okija. I think he's a better goalkeeper right now than Genduz and Mandrea. Mandrea, for me, I start backing Mandrea. A lot of mistakes, put me off Mandrea. Like, he had his moments, his good games against, Egypt and Senegal, but just turned off by him a bit with his mistakes.
Okay. Now, Mohammed was smiling when you said Okija, because this guy was back on Okija. Even when he'd retired, he wanted him to play in goal.
Yeah, no. For me, I agree with the 3. I think you don't need to add anyone into the squad or anything.
Yeah.
They've all got African experience of some kind now. But yeah, I want to give Okija a chance.
Get him on. Go on, get him on. Who's this? Who's this mug?
He cut.
Yeah, out you go, mate. Was it Mandrea?
I think it was. Mandrea.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I'd definitely go for Okija. Like, he's never had a proper chance. Even when like Mbulhi was like making some mistakes and we're like, what's going on with Mbulhi? I said give Okija a chance. He's done it in Liga. He's produced some big performances for Metz in Liga. Right now he's at Ligue 2, but the last game he played for Algeria against Equatorial Guinea, he played very well. He made an incredible save.
Yeah.
The only thing that he's got that's a bit off is his distribution. But I do want to give Okija a chance. As the guy said, I would have said Mandrea, but recently, the last AFCON, he hasn't been that impressive. He hasn't made any significant mistakes, but I don't know. Just not been feeling it.
Mistakes.
Genduz as well.
After AFCON.
Genduz, the 2 games he played in the qualifiers, he made some massive saves, but he also made some dodgy mistakes where he got away with. And like, to be the Algeria number 1, you can't be making them mistakes. You got to be consistent. And I think Okija's never had a proper run. He loves the country. Even in the final in AFCON, like, he went to the change rooms to get Belhamri another shirt. Like, I think he's got the passion for it as well. So yeah, Okija.
It's a very big pressure position, though, isn't it? It's always scrutinised, the Algeria keeper, and you think how long Mbulhi had it. He would lose 10-0 and still play the next game. That's it felt like, wasn't it? And when you have Okija there, who at the time was playing in Liga, and then Mbulhi was in Saudi or the MLS or whatever, and he was always starting ahead of him.
Had it over for 10 years now. Over 10 years.
Yeah, no, Mbulhi, like, he just came with a certain, like, confidence. It's like you could trust him. Even if he made a mistake, you'll be like, next game he'll be all right. Arab Cup, he'll be all right. If we'll probably call him for the next Arab Cup, and he's not even got a team right now. He's with Mahrez on holiday. But
it's all right. Still probably better than some of these keepers. Okay. Yeah. Pretty unanimous there. Then everyone wants to see Okija in goal. Very experienced. Played in big games at club level. Probably be his last. If he went to the AFCON, probably his last AFCON now. I mean, he is getting on a bit. 37, 36.
36.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the goalkeeper wrapped up. Looking at the defence, it's interesting because Petkovic seems to be obsessed with this 5 at the back. He's played Mandy at right back, which I don't know why. Seems like that wants to be his system. But I think the left back role is pretty much Ait-Nouri's got it with Hadjem behind him.
Yeah.
But I think the rest of the defence is where you look at the debate. So we'll start with the right back. Mandy's played there, over 100 caps now. You've got Artal, he's always injured. He's made of glass. He's in Qatar now with Al Sadd. You've got Farsi from the MLS coming through, got an assist in a couple of games already. And then you've got Mitchell Weiser, who has spawned from absolutely nowhere, uncapped. Mohammed, would you throw in Weiser against Botswana away? I mean, that would be a huge debut game. Welcome to African football.
I'd put him in the squad for sure. I think he deserves a chance. He's been racking up the assists in the Bundesliga, so we don't really have a right back that's in a top 5 league anymore like that. So I'd definitely put him in the squad, but I wouldn't start him. No. Honestly, the last games that Mandy has played right back, he's looked all right. So I'd probably keep Mandy in there.
You need pace. If you're playing Botswana away, you need pace there.
Yeah, but that's the thing. With Mitchell Weiser, he's got no African experience. You need to have African experience in these games. Like,
yeah,
I'd even put, if Atal was fit, I'd put him in there,
Oh. I mean, he's not played a lot of football, Atal, this season.
Doesn't need a lot of football. The thing is, he doesn't. He does come with quality, Atal.
Yeah, but I just think Atal should be a right winger. He always felt when he should be a right
100%.
winger. He beats people and dribbles.
Yeah. I disagree that when people say he shouldn't be in the squad, but yeah, if we could see him on the wing, that would be nice.
What about you, Adam? Maybe a little cheeky Van den Kerkhoff?
I do miss that guy, but no, I wouldn't put Atal in the squad. In my opinion, he hasn't been playing.
Oh, that's a big call. Here we go. It's begun.
I wouldn't put him in the squad. Like, we're rewarding him for not playing football.
Oh,
doesn't
got
matter.
no one else.
We've got Weiser.
Well, we don't know what he can bring in African football. African football is a complete different ball game. The ball's traveling like this, the ball's bouncing like this. It's not, you're not in a comfortable pitch. You have to be used to that. It's a big game, We have
You
to.
can't be worse than Mandy at right back.
Mandy at right back, he's been all right. He's been all right. We criticize him when he doesn't play well, but
he's not a right back though. He's not a right back.
He can play there.
He can play there, but he's not a right back.
He started out there. I think back in the day he was a right back, but since then he's always been a centre half.
Look. I wouldn't, for the next World Cup, if we qualify, Idnillah, inshallah. Let's all say inshallah.
Inshallah.
I definitely wouldn't have Mandy at right back. But against Botswana, less quality. Obviously, the pace is an issue. I'm 100% starting. He's got the experience,
But listen,
and that's what matters.
Petkovic might not play 4 at the back. He might play 5 at the back.
Adam, would you go for 3 right backs in the squad?
But Mandy.
So you can have Hatal, Farsi, and this one, Weiser.
I would have 2 right backs plus Mandy.
Is that Weiser? But you said you wouldn't take Atal though.
I mean, Weiser, Farsi, and Mandy. Sorry.
I think Atal just gives us something that's different. Do you know what I mean? Like, Atal's quick. He can dribble. He can. I think Dean's right. Like, we should give him a go. Like, coming off the bench, on the wing. He's got that explosive nature about him that we just tend to lack. So that's why I just think we should add him in there.
It's a big call though, Adam, to not put him in the squad.
No.
Farsi, don't get me wrong, he's been promising, but he's only played 4 games.
Mhm.
Hasn't played enough
Get him some
games.
experience, man.
Hmm?
Get him some experience. Still young guy, young player.
So would you start Farsi? Because he's played some away
I wouldn't
games.
start first. I'll start Wiser
Straight away.
straight away. We have to
Welcome
risk
to
it.
Africa.
Can't do that.
We risked it. We risked it. We're playing Mandy at right back. Why can't we risk it with Visor?
Because
Wiser's
Mandy's
not a young player.
Mandy's got 100 caps.
You got to remember, Wiser is not a
Visor's
young
got
player.
none.
He's experienced.
But
Maybe
he's
not in
not
Africa, but he's
internationally
experienced overall.
experienced. Bro, you know better than
He's one of
anyone
the best
else.
right backs in Europe.
Africa is a complete different ball game.
He's one of the
Okay?
best right backs
He's
in
gonna
Europe.
come up. He's gonna come up with dodgy referees. Yeah, a dodgy pitch. You're gonna have fans on the running track.
Yeah.
Is he used to
What's
that?
that got to do with Visor? He's on the pitch.
He's not used to it. It affects them. You know, he's not gonna be able to pass the ball properly.
All right, Mo. I got a question for you. Who's the best
Okay.
right back in the world right now?
Who's the best right back in the world?
Who's the best right back in the world right now?
It's hard. It's difficult. You got a lot of options.
Someone who I know it's not.
Yeah.
It's ISO Mandy.
Yeah.
No,
You think it's Yusuf Attal?
let's say a Kyle Walker. Would you not have him in Algeria squad right now? We're gonna have him for 2 games.
It's
Would you not
different,
have him? It's not different.
bro. Even if you put the England squad in, African football, I think they'd find it difficult to an extent. They can't even win a trophy in Europe. You're telling me, bro? Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Let's forget England. Forget about England. It's a tough decision because even you two can't agree who you would put there. So I just think you've got to be careful when Botswana's biggest threat is pace. Mandy will get exposed there.
Yeah.
All
There's
day
no way
long.
we're playing him right back.
Yeah, I think it'd be almost suicidal if Petkovic played Mandy at right back.
I'd say Mandy or Farsi, to be honest.
Okay.
If I was probably not ready for 90 minutes, but I'd have him in the squad. But that's my final call.
Okay. What about in central defence? I think Ben Sebaini's obviously got his place there, even though it's not the place he plays for at his club. He's got his place there. And then it's the guy you put with him, or the guys you put with him. Obviously, Mandy can play there as well. 2 guys been in favour with the coach. You've got Tuba, who's been recalled, and then you've got the local guys. You've got Moderni. You've got Belid. Well, with Belid, I think it's gone to Belgium. It's not really happened for him there.
No.
Who do you put next to Ben Sebaini then?
It's a difficult one. Depends if you're going with a 4 or with a 5.
Well, if he's going to play the 5,
Mandy will have.
Mandy has to be.
But Mandy has to be in there.
Yeah.
But on form, it would have to be Madani for me.
That's another big call. He's very inexperienced at that level.
Very inexperienced, but I think we need a crazy player like that, like that.
He is. I tell you what, he's a good tackler, but he is a red card waiting to happen. He is ruthless. If you see him at club level, he will go steaming in.
I think we need a player like that. To be fair, I'd rather have him than 2 guy.
Well, that's 2 guys played a lot of games.
He's experienced 2 guy, but he costs us a lot of goals. He's a bit of a.
He's still bitter about the Mauritania game with 2 guy, I think.
Not even that. Even like most of his games, like the last game, he's so slow. We can't have 2 slow central defenders with Mandy and 2 guys. It just can't happen. I can't see them play together again. There's no way.
Mohammed?
Again, it's another tough one because definitely you have to have Ben Sebaini in there. I think he's the most consistent player we have right now in terms of performance, international level. Again, two guy has so much like mistakes in him. Like you don't feel comfortable with him in there, but it's like he can have a good game, but he's always got this one game where he would just make a stupid mistake, stupid error. So it's tough because if we were to play another right back that's not Mendy at right back, I'd probably say Mendy with Ben Sebaini. That's all we've got right now. But again, Tuba, hasn't played for Algeria for a while, let alone away in Africa in a while. Again, Medeni hasn't got a lot of national team experience. He has played. He played the Uganda game away. It was okay, a little bit dodgy. So that's the thing. That's one thing that Algeria has that Morocco. That Algeria doesn't have. That Morocco have is Morocco have got a lot of defensive options. We don't, unfortunately. So I think if we don't play Mandy at right back, I'd have him with Benspany.
Yeah.
But if we were to play Mandy at right back, it'd probably just about have to be Tugai, just because he's played a load of games for us. But yeah, it's a tough one.
If you asked me this last year, I would have said Blade, but ever since he went to Belgium, it hasn't been right for him.
Not a good move, that was it.
Nah.
Tuba's a weird one because when Tuba scored against Cameroon, I mean, he was moments from being an absolute icon, like a hero for scoring that goal, and he's just fallen off.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.